everyone, today I'm going to tell you the epic story of one of my concussions. And yeah, it's pretty depressing. It's really funny at the same time though because I don't know why, but I thought it was really funny, but apparently everyone else in the club thought it was terrifying. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so I went to a concert. I went to see The Devil Wears Prada, Secrets, Villains of the Story, and Sleepwave were performing at Mill City Nights, which is just a venue in Minneapolis. So I went to that because my dad got me a ticket to go because I really wanted to go. And so I think it was like, so we got there, everything was going fine. I was touched the singer of Villains of the Story's hand, and that was really cool. And after we're about halfway through the show, I was in the mosh pit, and normally I'm really good in the mosh pit. I don't know, I was having an off day, but like I was in the mosh pit, and metal mosh pits are terrifying. And so I was kicking ass, right? And then there's this guy, and literally, I think he was having muscle spasms or something, because literally, he was flailing his arms and legs and elbows and head and whole body, like, everywhere. And he literally looked like a 4-year-old having a temper tantrum. Or like a spoiled 4-year-old having a temper tantrum. And I tried to avoid him, but I got pushed into it, closer to him, and right when that happened, he elbowed me and nailed me. He went like that and nailed me in the head, and I got knocked out cold. And I had no idea what was going on. I didn't even know that I had been knocked out or what happened until somebody was like, "Are you okay? You just got knocked out." And I'm like, "Oh shit." But yeah, and then I stuck it out for that because I got to meet Spencer Chamberlain from Sleepwave, and the former singer of Under Oath. So that was cool, and I told him what happened, and he felt really bad. Um, and yeah, so got to meet him, so that was cool. But like, I was like, and then I realized that I got hit in the head, and my head really hurt. And I'm like, this guy was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Wasn't that hilarious? I just got nailed in the head." And he's like, "No, we thought you died because you literally got knocked out." And I was like, "Oh shit." It wasn't until I started like feeling really sick to my stomach and like got really dizzy, was seeing I had double vision, and my head hurt, and I didn't know where I was. I had really bad amnesia. When I decided to leave the club and go and call my dad. See, remember, keep in mind here that I was my friend's ride home, so I couldn't just leave. So I went outside because I wanted to call my dad to have him come pick me up because I couldn't handle it anymore. I was really, really, really out of it and had really bad amnesia, and I was really sick, and it was not good. So I went outside the club to call my dad, and I was like, "Dad, I don't know what's going on. All I know is that I got hit in the head and knocked out, and I don't remember what's going on. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know who I am. I don't know this and that." And told him pretty much everything that I'm telling you right now. And he said, "Okay, I'll come get you." And then, see, I just wanted to go home, right? I just wanted to go home and get some rest. But the bouncers overheard my conversation, and of course they freaked out and called the paramedics. So of course an ambulance comes, and they drag me into the ambulance. The best part about it was that I puked all over the paramedics' shoes. Yeah, he couldn't give me one of those things fast enough, and I puked all over him. And I felt really bad, but it was really funny at the same time. I was like, sucks. And the problem that night was that my dad got there, and like all the security guards there were trying to find my friend because like I needed to leave. I needed to go to the hospital, and I was her ride home, and like my dad was gonna pick both of us up, and she was gonna spend the night. So like they looked in the club all around for like half an hour, and they couldn't find her. The funny thing is that as soon as my dad got there and I told him that he needed to go find her, he went in and he found her in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, "Really? You guys are that bad at identification?" Because I was holding onto her ID in my wallet because she didn't have any pockets, and it was a 15 plus show, so we needed ID. So I had her ID, so I gave it to them, and they were like looking for her, and they couldn't find her. And then my dad goes in and he finds her in like 10 minutes, and I'm just like, "Really?" But I felt really bad because like she got to finish the show, but like I felt really bad because she had to sit in the ER for like 4 hours while I got like CAT scans and MRIs done and shit, and they gave me morphine too. I was like, it was crazy. But so we get to the hospital and they do all these tests and whatnot, and they're like, okay, well, you have a really bad concussion and amnesia. I'm like, what? And the funniest thing is that I was gonna put on music when we were in the ER to listen, to, and I have an iPhone, and so my phone is always locked. So I was trying to get onto my phone and I couldn't remember my passcode, so my dad had to type it for me, and I was just like, this is really depressing. And the unfortunate part was I was supposed to take my girlfriend to prom the day after, who was the friend that was at the show with me, and that didn't really work out because I couldn't go to prom because I was like, didn't know my name and I didn't know where I was. I thought that Johnny Christ was the president, and yeah. So I couldn't go to prom, but then 3 days later, I think it was the All Time Low show with, they came and played at Myth, which is just another venue, and they played with Issues, Tonight Alive, and State Champs, and that was really cool, and I was really excited for that. But I asked the doctor, I'm like, would you say it's okay for me to go to that concert? Because we had already bought tickets, and like, they wouldn't refund them, so I was like, oh shit, okay. So I asked her if I could go, and she said no, but my dad was like, you can go as long as you don't go in the mosh pit or do crazy headbanging. And funny thing is I forgot I had a concussion because I was on Vicodin, and I started headbanging to Issues and almost passed out. So yeah, that's pretty much that story. I'm gonna be making a video about my Warped Tour story. It's just as bad as this one, except it's a little more embarrassing. Yeah, so that was my story. I'm gonna link my social media down there. If you like this video or think it's really funny or really unfortunate, tell me what you think of the whole thing in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a good thumbs up. Let's try to get it to 38 likes. And yeah, my Snapchat is right. Where should I put my Snapchat? It's gonna be somewhere on the screen. Okay. So yeah, subscribe for more and stay cool, stay positive, and peace out.